All right, okay, guys. Welcome to the city of New Brunswick. Today is Friday. It's February 2nd, and decide to come down to this beautiful gem of a city and show you around. All right. Let's start off. I'm just gonna take a walk down here. We're on. This is, I think, George Street. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, right? But let's walk down here and let's see what the city of New Brunswick is like. I know I can't do it justice because it really is a gem and it really is a great place, but I have very limited time to show you, and I can't cram all of that in the limited time that I have. We're actually on Bayard Street. All right, and Bayard is a notable name in early New Brunswick. All right, but I'll give you a little more. I'll tell you a little more of that later. So we're at Bayard Street right here, and let's cross over Bayard. All right. So folks, welcome to my channel. For those of you here for the first time, please subscribe, or consider subscribing, like, and share this video. For those of you returning, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Really appreciate it. Right, so we're walking in the town of New Brunswick. Town founded back in the early 1700s. It is the heart of Middlesex County. It is one of the most beautiful little gems of the city in New Jersey, and as a matter of fact, in the entire United States. All right. Now, right here, let's start with Colonel John Nelson. Colonel Neil Johnson read the Declaration of Independence here in New Brunswick. So here is start you to Colonel Nelson, Declaration of Independence by the United States of America. All right. On July 9th of 1776, in the city of New Brunswick, the third public reading of the Declaration of Independence took place by Colonel John Nelson. The Declaration establishes the fundamental principles of the American people of liberty and equality. So Colonel Nelson is one of the prominent names in the city of New Brunswick. And there are lots and lots and lots of very prominent names that you'll run into in the city of New Brunswick. New Brunswick is a small city, but a city with what we call a big punch. Now, over here, I'm showing you the sign for one particular reason, right? You see Hungary, say 4,495 miles away. At one time, the population of New Brunswick was more than half Hungarian. By the 1930s, the population of New Brunswick was 1/3 Hungarian. So there is a very large Hungarian population in the city of New Brunswick. All right, so shout out to our Hungarian friends and our Hungarian citizens. Now, New Brunswick is known as an arts center, and here there is a big the Arts Institute of Middlesex County, New Brunswick Performing Arts Center. All right, so you can come out here. There is the theater is right over there. You can come out here, catch a movie, catch a show out in New Brunswick. All right, so let's walk down here. Right now we're on Liberty Street and George Street, Performing Arts Center over there. Coming out here, there is a lot you can do out here. there is the performing arts, there is fine dining, so there are lots of restaurants around. But New Brunswick is also known for its churches, okay? And here is one of the churches right here. Beautiful edifice, beautiful building. So let's walk this way, folks. There is the wine shop, stage left stick. You can come out here, get some dining, get some popular culture, fine dining, and everything you want in New Brunswick. Right, so let's walk. I'll walk along the streets. Let's walk along the streets. Health food store right here. All right. Now there is Hub City Brew House. New Brunswick is actually known as Hub City. All right, so that's one of its nicknames. And while we do, I can give you some little facts, a little history of New Brunswick. New Brunswick was New Brunswick was incorporated as a town back in 1736. All right, so that's a while ago. All right, New Brunswick was chartered as a city in 1784. All right, so New Brunswick as a town was incorporated even before the United States became a nation. All right, and it was chartered as a city before the United States became a nation, because the American Revolution didn't happen until 1776. It started, and the United States became a nation in 1784. But prior to that, the city of New Brunswick was established. Now, the city of New Brunswick was built on the area back then was we're at Patterson Street, guys. Patterson and George. We're walking along. Originally, this was an area of dense forest and a swamp. All right. Back then, it was called Prigmore Swamp. So that's the early days of New Brunswick. You see the forest and Prigmore Swamp. All right. Now, the first known inhabitant of New Brunswick was a guy named Daniel Cooper. All right. Daniel Cooper operated a ferry on the Raritan River. New Brunswick is built on the southern bank of the Raritan River. Now, so the first, let me go back here. So, in 1681, a guy named John Inian bought some land out here, and he took over the rights to the ferry. So for the longest while, the area became known as Inian's Ferry. So it went from Prigmore Swamp to Inian's Ferry. The first recorded use of the name New Brunswick, the first recorded use of the name New Brunswick was back in 1724. It was found in the minutes of the county records, April 7th, 1724. The first time the name New Brunswick was used. All right. So that's just a little history of New Brunswick. New Brunswick is the administrative capital of Middlesex County. It's the judicial capital of Middlesex County. All right, so right now we're at State Road 27, also known as, over here it's, I think it's Raritan, what's this called? has a different name. I'll see it in a moment and tell you. But this is Route 27. So we're at Route 27 in George, and we're gonna walk up Route 27. Now, right over there, that's a major quarters for Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson, the pharmaceutical company. So we have a Johnson & Johnson. We have the presence of Bristol Myers Squibb. We have Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. We have St. Peter's University Hospital. Because of the presence of these different institutions, New Brunswick is also known as Medical City. All right, so it's a great center. All right, so that's Johnson & Johnson over there. Right over here, that building right here, Johnson & Johnson. Now, over in this direction, right over here, you see the Dunkin' Donuts. Right there is the New Brunswick train station. That station, New Jersey Transit and Amtrak uses this station. It's an elevated station right here. All right, so again, New Brunswick train station, and that train station is used by New Jersey Transit and by Amtrak. So there is so much importance built into a little town. All right over there you'll see, let's stand here for a moment and I'll show you. Across here a new building is coming up. It's part of the Helix. So construction that's ongoing right here in New Brunswick. Over there you see the RWJ Fitness and Wellness. And that's part of the Johnson & Johnson Health Complex. All right, here is the train station. They're doing a little work on the entrance here. So let's open it here. And I showed you Robert Wood Johnson's name over there, the RWJ, for a specific reason. All right, and I'll explain that in just a moment. I mentioned hospitals in New Brunswick. Robert Wood Johnson is the most prominent. Robert Wood Johnson is the most prominent hospital in the area, and takes up a huge real estate back there. All right, so Robert Wood Johnson Hospital, Robert Wood Johnson Medical Complex is about the most prominent name in New Brunswick. In addition to Robert Wood Johnson and Johnson & Johnson, just down that way, if you go straight down there, go straight on Eastern Avenue, just about a quarter of a mile down, you'll find St. Peter's University Hospital. Okay, so St. Peter's University Hospital is also a major hospital in the area. So it's for all those reasons New Brunswick is known as a medical city. All right, now over here we're at Somerset Street. If you look down there, you'll see the R ribbons. The R is for Rutgers. Okay, right over here behind the Barnes & Noble sign again is another Rutgers ribbon. Rutgers is probably the largest. Rutgers is the state university of New Jersey, very large holdover real estate, and one of the biggest now. It's a campus town, so lots of students live in the area. Right over here, in about 2 or 3 blocks down here on Eastern Avenue, you'll find a lot of bars, a lot of pizza shops, and so forth. The college students, you know, they devour a lot of pizza and hang out a lot. So, I mean, it's a great school, don't get me wrong. Rutgers University is a great school, world renowned, and you have a lot of great students. But of course, students need a chance to unwind, so this area over here allows them to. All right, so all over here, Rutgers Fitness Center. If you walk around New Brunswick, you'll come upon the name Rutgers. You'll come upon the name Robert Wood Johnson. You'll see St. Peter's University, Johnson & Johnson, and just outside of the main city, you'll see Bristol Myers Squibb. You'll see Bristol Myers Squibb mostly on the way down to South Brunswick, but I'll show you that another time. All right, so Rutgers, the signs are all over. All right, so let's walk around, folks. And as you're watching, if you're liking what you're seeing, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed us yet, please subscribe. Rutgers Health University Dental Associates. You see those signs all over. There is a lot of construction taking place right here in New Brunswick. As you walk the streets of New Brunswick, you'll find that you come out of an area with a lot of high buildings into an area of a residential area. The residential areas you see over here, they're not really residences, they're doctors' offices. They're housing for students and so forth. All right, lots of them are medical offices, housing for students and the like. All right, this extension over here comes right out of Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. This is Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. All right, right here. Now, I've been here a few times. This is Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. It's an amazing complex. You have a huge, a lot of very dedicated people working there. So see, this is an extension of the hospital right over here. All right, so it's right here, Little Albany Street. Welcome to New Jersey's only NCI Comprehensive Cancer Center. Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. Robert Wood Johnson is a name that's very prominent in the area. All right, so when you think of New Brunswick, you think of a lot of prominent people who are associated with New Brunswick. Robert Wood Johnson is one of the names at the very top. All right, I showed you Colonel Nelson reading the Declaration of Independence. He is another prominent name. You had a guy named Bayard. All right, Robert Wood Johnson was also a mayor of New Brunswick. All right, he was the mayor of New Brunswick. I'll tell you when he was mayor of New Brunswick. All right, John Bayard is another name associated with New Brunswick. Now, Bayard was a delegate to the Continental Congress, but he was a delegate for Pennsylvania. Bayard was also the mayor of New Brunswick in 1785 and 1786. Here is another church. Okay, it's the Magyar Reform. It's a Hungarian church. It's a Magyar Reformed church. So you'll see a few churches all over. You'll see a few churches all over. Robert Wood Johnson. All right, so while I'm doing this, let's see other names that are associated with. Before I do that, right there is the Bristol Myers Squibb Children's Hospital at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. So again, those are the prominent names, business names in New Brunswick. So the names again that are prominent: Robert Wood Johnson Hospital, St. Peter's University Hospital, Bristol Myers Squibb, which is a pharmaceutical company, and Johnson & Johnson, which is another pharmaceutical company. Here's the PSC&G Children's Specialized Hospital. And this is all part of the Robert Wood Johnson Hospital Medical Complex. Right. So we'll see a lot of that as we walk around. I think it was President John Adams who had actually referred to New Brunswick as a place with many churches. Or he described New Brunswick by the churches in New Brunswick. Okay. This is the St. Ladislaus School Hall. St. Ladislaus School and Hall. So that's not a church. That looks like it's not a church. This is RWJ Barnabas Health. It's again a continuing part of the medical complex. There's a lot of construction going on as they extend the complex. So it's a very prominent place. It's a very happening place. There is a lot that happens and a lot you see as you walk around this area. All right, there's another church over there. Let's see if I can cross over and see what that church is. Thank you. All right, so let's check this church out. So, how are you, officer? All right, St. Ladislaus Hungarian Parish. So remember I told you that there is a big Hungarian influence in the area. So, St. Ladislaus. All right, let's continue walking. There is another church right over there. So I know some might wonder, why wasn't it called the church city rather than the medical city? That's another question. How you doing? So people, welcome to New Brunswick. Again, if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. Please like and share the video. Let's continue to walk around here. How are you, officer?
How are you doing?
Very good, very good. You too, have a great one. All right. So over here, let's see which one this is. It's the Hungarian American Athletic Club right here, and right behind it is a church. All right, so let's see which church this one is. The Ascension Evangelical Lutheran Church, right here. All right, so This one is a very old church. It's a beautiful church. How long ago was this church built? Do you know? Sorry.
1908.
1908. Wow. So it's 112, 114 years old.
Yep.
All right.
Just had the anniversary.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. It's a beautiful building.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building. I see lots of churches in New Brunswick.
This entire street.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, St. Peter's is Catholic, and then there's two Hungarian churches.
Right. Yes.
This is a Hungarian.
Oh, this is
Lutheran.
also okay. Okay.
This is a big Hungarian section.
Okay.
This is Hungarian Lutheran.
Right.
The other one is Hungarian Reformed.
Okay.
Hungarian Catholic.
All right.
The next one
Uh-huh.
is St. Joe's.
Okay.
That's Polish Catholic.
Okay. Okay.
But
And St. Ladislaus is Hungarian.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Because I know.
Hungarian Catholic.
Yeah, I know that the early days of New Brunswick, 1/3 or more of the population was Hungarian.
Yeah.
It was a huge Hungarian center.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And St. Joe's is Polish, but when they put like St. Mary's,
Okay.
Crosstown, and St. Lad's,
Okay,
and St. Joe's, they combined them.
I see. I see.
So you have Mexican
Okay.
Catholics in there.
Okay. Okay.
But they all go around.
Okay,
And, like,
that's good.
The priest is
Uh,
there.
okay.
And I saw him at a baptism down there.
Right.
So he runs between the churches.
Because I see the names here, Martes, Reyes, Domingo. They're all in Spanish.
They're gone.
Okay. 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 I see. I see.
Pentecostals, and then they're like 2 blocks down.
Okay.
On the other side.
Okay.
Is their church.
All right.
And after St. Joe's and that church, that's it.
Okay.
It's all, starting from George Street.
Okay. All the way down here. Okay.
One church after another.
That's beautiful. I know that President John Adams had referred to New Brunswick as a place of churches or something like that.
Well,
He was
really?
describing New Brunswick, and basically he was mentioning the churches here to describe New Brunswick. I'm actually filming. Do you mind if can I put you on my It's fine.
And then
What's your name?
Sabina Hageman.
Sabina. Sabina, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. I'm Steven.
And then downtown, did you go to Emmanuel?
Well, I still have to walk back there, so I'm walking around here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go back around, I think 27 there, walk down 27, then walk over by the court buildings over there.
Well, Livingston, you'll find a Presbyterian church, a Reformed church, and on New Street, you'll find, well, it started as a German
Okay,
Lutheran church.
German Lutheran.
And when
Okay,
the Hungarians, there was no Hungarian Lutheran church.
Okay.
So before 1908,
Okay.
they had to worship with the Germans.
okay,
They hated them.
okay.
There was no way they were going to sit in their pews.
Oh, tensions from the old
So
country.
somewhere
Okay.
in the archives, I have the letter.
Okay.
They wrote to a pastor in Hungary, Pastor Safmary.
Okay.
And they said, you have to send us someone.
Okay,
We can't stand these Germans. We need to worship with our own.
okay, I hear that, I hear that. The
Talk
schisms
about
back there, right?
Racist.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
talking about church, God.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And so, during that time, like 1900, they got the money together
Okay,
and they had the opportunity to build here
okay,
or out in Somerset, where there's a church like St. Joseph and something.
okay, okay. Back in Somerset.
They didn't buy that land
Okay,
because in 1900, this is where it stopped.
okay,
Right?
gotcha.
This was all dirt.
Right. Because
All
it's
along-
built on the foundation of the swamp that used to be around here, right?
There was nothing here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they thought, wow, this is far.
Okay,
And then someone said, well, we can buy that and
Okay.
get twice the amount of land.
Right,
And
right.
everyone was like, no, nobody will ever live over there, right? And then, they still had out here on the street all of those black hedges for the horses.
okay, right.
It was a dirt.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So they picked this and they built it, and then they were able to worship with their own.
okay.
I just find that hysterical.
The archives are housed here. The archives are here.
Yes.
They're open to the public or by appointment.
Really by appointment.
Really bad. All right, so it would be nice to actually call and one day get to see the archives.
A lot
I
of
know
Hungarian.
in
books.
Hungarian. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure you have translators here who will tell you what it's.
Like for each book, I translated like the word baptism, wedding,
Okay.
confirmation. So
I got you.
I know what those mean.
Okay, right.
Yeah, all in Hungarian.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was nice to meet you and fascinating history. I really like it.
Yeah.
All right. If you my channel is called Stevie's Walkabouts.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
Cool.
if you go online, you will see this video because I'm gonna put it up tonight. I'm gonna put it up.
Okay.
So it's gonna be out there tomorrow. All right.
Cool.
Thank you so much and have a
Yeah.
great day.
What a fun thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. So there you got it from an archivist. A little more on the history of New Brunswick. New Brunswick is a fascinating place. All right. So we've actually entered into a residential section of New Brunswick. So let's continue to walk out here. All right. Back over this way, there is another church down that way, and you have in this area you have a huge presence of Mexicans. All right. So it's a Mexican section, if you will, of New Brunswick. Now I say that, but there are Mexicans all over, but the Spanish influence is in this area and this section. The shopping and everything is a couple blocks away, but we're not going to go over there today. All right, we're just going to walk back down over to 27 to the highway over there. I know we'll see another few churches, and we'll pass over by the court buildings, and I'll show you that as well. Oh, kids are coming out of school now. They're on the other side of the street, so I'll try my hardest not to capture them on my camera. All right, let's walk. It's not as gray as the last few days. It has been very gray. The sun has not been showing. Yeah, the sun has not been showing, so it has been a gray day. All right. Again, the name over there, the Robert Wood Johnson Laurie Proton Therapy Center. All right. Again, it's part of the Robert Wood Johnson Medical Complex. All right. So you'll see Robert Wood Johnson as the most prominent name in New Brunswick. All right, like I said, most of this area over here, Spanish shopping, Mexican shopping, La Placita, mini market over there, and you go in this area. All right, so lots and lots of Spanish. All right, let's walk over here. A Latino supermarket, tacos over there, Viva Mexico restaurant. So we're solidly in the Mexican section of New Brunswick. New Brunswick is a very vibrant place. It's a thriving place. There's lots and lots and lots to do here. There's a bus going by, one of your transportation options. You find a few bars around. All right, over here again is Hub Liquors and Bar. So let this truck go by. I don't know if you can tell, if you can see it, but in the distance is a steeple. In the distance is a steeple to one of the churches all the way over there. So I don't know if you can see it over there, but all the way back there, you'll see it. All right, so it's a steeple to one of the churches back there. All right, let's continue here. All right, so we're on Bayard Street, and again, Bayard was that, the street is named after Bayard, who was that Pennsylvania delegate to the Continental Congress, and he was also mayor of New Brunswick. New Brunswick Health Sciences Technology High School, right there. And okay, we're gonna go in that area in just a moment. All right, Children's Specialized Hospital. Again, another Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Health Facilities. Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, the Common Knife Center. Advanced treatment for brain and spine. That's here. Okay. All part of the Robert Wood Johnson Medical Complex. Everything you see on my left, all the way down there, everything you see, all the buildings you see here, all of these buildings on the left where I'm walking, they're all part of the Robert Wood Johnson Medical Complex. Right? So let's walk. So we're at Patterson and 27. 27 is one of the major thoroughfares through Highland Park, through Edison, through New Brunswick, going all the way down, going down through, I think, Franklin Township, going through Islin, going through Rawway, Linden. So 27 goes far away, it goes a far distance. All right, everything here, Robert Wood Johnson. Any building here, okay, it's all Robert Wood Johnson. There's a lot of construction taking place, a lot of, I guess, rehab of buildings. I don't know if I should say renovations, but there is a lot taking place. All right, so let's check it all out. So again, the prominent names in New Brunswick: Rutgers, Robert Wood Johnson, St. Peter's University Hospital, Bristol Myers Squibb, Johnson & Johnson. And I'll show you one name, another very prominent person associated with New Brunswick. Right ahead, see the sign that says Joyce Kilmer Avenue. There is the music playing there, so I'll have to cut that off. Yeah, Joyce Kilmer. Joyce Kilmer is a poet. Avenue named after Joyce Kilmer. I think Joyce Kilmer was born in New Brunswick. Another famous person associated with New Brunswick, the actor Michael Douglas. Check it out. Floyd Mayweather, the boxer. Is it Floyd Mayweather? I may have gotten that one wrong. Let me go back. Floyd. If I had that one wrong, my apologies on that. But yes, it was Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. I think he was born in New Brunswick, but I'll have to go back and review that. Okay. But he has an association with New Brunswick. So walking behind Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. I'm gonna go over back by the train station. I'm walking right now under the train station, under the train lines rather. Again, this is elevated train lines, so I'm walking beneath the train lines. So we're coming back around here. We just made a circle around, but I have more to show you on my walk around New Brunswick. All right. So let's continue to walk. So we're back at Eastern Avenue, right across from the train station, where we sort of started. So let's look down here. If we look down 27 all the way in the distance, there is the road to Highland Park. All right, it goes all the way down that way. Can I do that? Yeah. All right. All right. So I've shown you art and I've shown you medical. So let me show you just a little more. I've shown you a little dining, but New Brunswick is also known as a dining center, dining area. Over there you have Rooster Spin. All right, over there you have Gloria Jean's Coffees. All right, Gloria Jean's Coffees. Down the block, you have Cousins. You have an Ethiopian restaurant right over there. It's right up here, right over here on 27 and George. If you look down there on the blue sign, you'll see Cousins. All right. We're actually running into the rush hour, so you'll see a lot of traffic going by. All right, Johnson & Johnson, that's the building here. And, Bank of America has a branch in there, but again, that's a Johnson & Johnson pharmaceutical. Johnson & Johnson also over there across the street. All right, let's go over here. Let's look back from where we came, and there, over there, Robert Wood Johnson, the most prominent name in all of New Brunswick. All right, right back here. All right, so let's pan around. Robert Wood Johnson, Johnson & Johnson. In the distance over there is Highland Park. We're not gonna go through Highland Park today, and dining all over here. I think I walked over here when we started, but I'll walk back here, take you in a different area of New Brunswick. So stay with me. Harvest Moon Brewery and Cafe, People's National Bank, all right, let's walk, people. Over there, that's the new construction going on over there, right in front of Robert Wood Johnson. It's across 27. right where I showed you, called the Helix. There was a sign over there that said there's going to be a lot of smart people working in that area. There's already a lot of smart people working here in New Brunswick. It's a science center, it's an art center, it's a medical center. So it's a vibrant and thriving place. Alright, so we're gonna go up Patterson Street. Let's see what we can show on Patterson Street. Alright. So we're walking on George, so we're gonna turn up on Patterson here. This is Patterson Street. Lots of cars are driving by, they're coming out of the parking garages. Time to go home. So by that time of day, rush hour is happening. It's now 4 o'clock. Yep, it's now 4 o'clock, so people are beginning to get out of here and go home. Okay, remember I said that New Brunswick is also the judicial capital of Middlesex County. All right, so let's show you a few of this is the county courthouse right here. It's very busy all the time. All right, for those of you who do not reside in the United States or familiar with United States laws, the citizens of the area are all required to serve jury duty when called. All right, as long as you're capable, you're required to serve jury duty if and when you're called upon to do so. Your failure to do so is considered, breaking the law, and you can be prosecuted for not turning in. You can be fined for not going to serve jury duty. All right, it is a civil responsibility. All right. So that was the county courthouse, Middlesex County Courthouse, that we walked by over there. Okay. There's the top of another church right over there. I haven't gone to see that one, but that top is quite prominent. All right. So I'm walking outside of this is a county building. Let's walk around it here. United States Post Office right over there. All right. This is the Middlesex County Administration Building right here. And again, we're at the front of the county courthouse. All right, Middlesex County Courthouse. Across the street here is City Hall, and City Hall is the the home of the mayor and the city council, right over there, City Hall. So, county courthouse, right across from City Hall. Right, so lots of buildings, lots of new buildings are going up and changing the face of the New Brunswick skyline. So you'll see taller and taller buildings happening or being built, being constructed here in New Brunswick. So this is where we had started, right over here. So right here at the courthouse, I'm gonna end this video. All right, so thank you for coming with me on this walk along New Brunswick. In the distance over there is a stipple to another church. Like I said, lots and lots of churches out here. All right, lots and lots of churches. All right, so walk with me. Thank you for walking with me. I hope you had a good time. If there's anything you'd like to see around here, or any other part of New Jersey, Middlesex County, let me know and I'll get that for you. And again, for those of you coming here for the first time, please consider subscribing. Please like, leave a comment. I'd really welcome your comments. For my returning subscribers, thank you for staying on this journey with me. Please like, share the video, leave a comment. I'll respond to each and every comment that's left. All right? Thanks a mil for being with me. Thank you so very much. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.